For me, it hit home right here in Montana when I walked across the first orphan well I'd ever seen in my life, and I was absolutely flabbergasted. I was stunned and amazed. I was embarrassed. And I do feel that this is a race against time, and really a race to set an example for others to follow.
A veteran of the oil industry, Curtis Shuck is on a new path these days, cleaning up the mess left behind by orphaned wells.
Many of these have no control at the surface. You see it's literally an open casing connected to the formation, venting gas to the atmosphere. Nothing stopping it.
Orphaned wells are oil or natural gas wells that have been abandoned by companies for one reason or another. Like a straw stuck into a juice box, these wells have been left open, many for decades, and are leaking toxins like methane gas into the environment.
I was raised in a family that, we had a principle of leave it better than the way you found it. And so I couldn't just fathom that this was left behind and that people thought that it was okay.
This is why he started the Well Done Foundation, a nonprofit that uses donations to find, measure, report, and to plug up orphan wells. A process that can cost tens of thousands of dollars.
It was always everybody's dirty little secret. Nobody wanted to talk about it because it was a black eye on the industry, a black eye on the regulatory agencies.
But now the problem is becoming too big to be ignored. It's hard to get exact numbers because the previous owners of the wells are all defunct, but the Environmental Protection Agency estimates there are at least 2.1 million wells across the United States. From California to New York, at least half the states have clusters of abandoned wells.
Orphan wells probably are somewhere between 0.1% and 0.33% of the U.S. climate footprint.
Adam Pelt, senior attorney with the Environmental Defense Fund, says that along with being a leaker of methane gas, orphan wells are also tied to groundwater contamination and air toxins
that potentially have public health ramifications, impacts on property values, which have impacts downstream on school funding and stuff like that.
The infrastructure bill that's been made law has set aside $250 million to plug wells. Pelt says the money will be able to plug 80 to 100,000 wells. It's a dent, but he believes more needs to be done.
So we need to figure out how to adjust policies so that those wells can be plugged in a timely fashion.
The Well Done Foundation really believes that this is a team sport.
Meanwhile, Curtis and Well Done have been in communication with different states about best practices to plug up orphaned wells.
This is something that we just can't continue to ignore. We have to take action.
Hopefully inspiring others to join the effort to put a cap on this issue. I'm Vanessa Mashanya reporting.